What up, people? Tonight, we got a good one. 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 We going there tonight. So tonight we're talking about neglect, self-neglect, self-love, and the correlation between how you believe that the Creator sees you, how it translates to how you see yourself, and how you interact with your partner, and the effects of the effect on the relationship of self-neglect.
Right. The byproducts of emotionally self-neglecting yourself.
So I don't think we're going to get to all three of them tonight. We'll see. But if we only get to one, you know why, because it got good. But buckle up. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. Make sure you like. Make sure you send this episode to someone that might need it. We're talking about tonight emotional neglect. And its effects on the relationship. All right, let's do it. We want to welcome everybody to another episode of Marriage is for Grown Folks.
Absolutely.
So sit tight. We're getting ready to get into the conversation. First of all, this is the last time we've sat here with these lights on us. Shout out to Marcus, our videographer. Chief editor. For the work he does behind the scenes. We had a runaway. We had a vacation, a quick vacation.
We did.
Was that last week?
Nope, weekend before that.
Weekend before last. Much needed. We run away every chance we get with friends or just us. So we had a good time.
We did.
I was going to say something like that. So I'm excited about the conversation tonight. I think that there's just a lot going on in the world. And I don't think that we can stress it enough that we need each other.
Absolutely.
I see the men versus women war. I think you do too. Just day to day and on social media. And we want to just dispel any potential rumors. We want to make you clear we are not with the men versus women argument or the men versus men argument or the woman versus woman argument.
We believe that we need each other.
Got to have it. Two's better than one.
That's
right. On any day of the week, we wholeheartedly believe that we were created and wired for relationship and for community. So when you hear us talk and make assessments and observations of the differences between male and female, it is not to pit us against one another. It's to help us understand each other's differences so that we can engage with one another and do life and accomplish whatever we need to accomplish. Because we've got families to raise. We've got nephews and nieces and uncles and aunties. And it still takes a bit. All of that. So with that being said, I have a question before we jump into the conversation. We're talking tonight about self-care. We're talking about self-care, and I got some things that just hit my mind as soon as I said that word. Tell us why you think, from your perspective, why self-care is important. How do you see?
So the word picture that comes to mind is a statement that I heard years ago, and it was life-altering for me because I am that person that will self-sacrifice what I personally need for everyone else in my family, not even just like our family unit, me, you, and the kids, but like my extended family, my siblings, my parents, my cousins. I'll run myself ragged to make sure everybody else is okay. But the statement that I heard that shifted my life was, what do they tell you on an airplane? When you sit down, buckle in, before you take off, they go through the pamphlet. You know, nobody's listening. People are tuning them out. People are putting their headphones on, watching their video. But if you ever listen to what they say, one of the statements they make is, if you are on this plane with a child and we lose air pressure and masks drop from the ceiling. Put your mask on first before you put your child's on. That sounds absolutely like backwards, because any mama gonna be like, but my baby. But the reason why they tell us to do that is because in the process of trying to put your child's on, if you don't put yours on first, you will pass out, which means both of you guys will potentially die. So in that moment, when I started thinking about that, I'm like, man, how many areas should I put my mask on first so that I'm healthy, so that I can show up the way the people around me need? Because if I'm only giving people fumes, then they're not getting the best version of me. So what that looks like is I may be showing up and doing all the things these people are asking me to do, but am I irritated the whole time? Am I able to be present in those moments to enjoy and make memories that I'm going to like remember? Or am I just going to be frustrated? Like, oh, let me get this done. Okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. So for me, I often remind myself, okay, wait, Brittany, did you put your mask on first? And my mask being put on is self-care. Like, have you shown up for yourself today? Because if I don't show up for me today, I can't show up for anyone else in a healthy way. I can say I am, I can go through the motions, but I'm not really showing up for people the way that I would like to show up, which is fully who I am.
I think one of the things that I've seen done and even done myself, and I think you've done it as well, is how we have been either intentionally taught or unintentionally taught is, or by example, taught by example, is love is always putting yourself last.
That's true.
And so when you say I can't show up as my best self to the people, to the relationship that I'm in, it is because I cannot pour from an empty cup. We want to give you I think we have 3 areas that we're going to talk about how not taking care of yourself can impact your relationship.
Absolutely.
And the people that you're in relationship with. Now, in my context is predominantly the church. So when you hear us talk, you're going to hear me use examples, jokes, comedy, appreciation. My community has came from those within the body of Christ.
Right.
And still is. So my criticism, my observation largely comes from that lens. In my upbringing in the church that I'm still a part of, self-love was something that was not taught. It was actually taught against.
Right. It's implied that it's selfish.
It's implied that it's selfish, and they use 2 Timothy when it talks about in the last days perilous times shall come, men shall be lovers of themselves. That lovers of themselves is not
the same as self-care.
It's not self-care. It is not self-love. That is an extreme over-exaggeration of
like
narcissistic
behavior,
etc. So how I grew up, though, was believing that if someone, this is how it translated down into my brain, and this is how it affected my relationship, and this is how we have seen this thought process affect relationships present day, that if someone gives me a compliment, we say, nah, deflecting it. If you sang well.
Or diverting it to something or someone else.
Or diminishing it.
Yes.
I like those shoes, man. I got these shoes for $5.
Yeah,
These shoes ain't that, man.
Yes.
So that is an example. And I have been the professional deflector of compliments because it was taught to me that you don't accept any credit. God get all the glory, get all the credit and glory to God. Not understanding that he's on the inside.
Version for me was, you arrogant if you, not that you can't just be confident and accept someone, like appreciating something about you. It's like, don't be arrogant now. Don't be over here thinking that, you the best.
I worked hard to be first place. These runs, I practiced in the shower. Okay. This paper I wrote, I stayed up. And I think that the self-hate and the self-denial in the regard to the self-abuse and the self-neglect is really harming our relationships. And we're going to talk about why.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to lay that. I'm glad you said what you said about pouring from an empty cup and putting your mask on first, because we know that that is what's supposed to happen.
Right.
But I don't think that we're clear enough on why we do what we do.
Yeah.
You should know why you do.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you ain't ready to change it, even if you don't think it's a problem.
Yeah.
I think that every one of us should know why we do because every behavior has an origin.
Exactly.
I need all the lights on that one.
Yeah.
Every behavior came from somewhere. You saw it, you heard it, you taught, you heard subliminally, like it was lived before you.
Right.
It was non-verbally taught.
Yeah.
But you saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, last question before we get into the three.
Okay.
So your relationship with friendships with men.
Okay.
Individuals with the circle with the plus sign. Is that men? I think that's men. That's 60s. Okay. I know I've asked you this before, but for the sake of the conversation tonight, and I'm going to tell y'all why I'm framing the question this way, just in case
I'm nervous, y'all, because I don't know what he about to ask me.
If any, what has been your platonic interaction with males before you married men?
Oh, it was very toxic before I married you.
Talk about it.
I feel like it was toxic on a few levels.
All right, I got time.
I didn't grow up with a healthy relationship with my father, so that was one level. A lot of instability and a lot of stepfathers from my mother, so that was another level. Like, who can you trust? This person is constantly changing, like the person that's supposed to be the head or, whatever the church jargon is that goes with that. And then also I was abused very young, sexually by an older male. So I just had like a phobia and a fear of men. Like, can you really trust them? What do they want from you? Really that was.
So has that had to be addressed?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, let me ask you this.
Absolutely.
The reason why I ask you that part is because I think it's important for us to know that when we are in a relationship with someone, and it is in a relationship with someone of the opposite sex,
yes,
it bears investigation to look into how have your relationships been with people of the same sex that you are in relationship with. Yeah. If every male relationship that you have had, if you're a woman and you're with a man, every male relationship, the predominant, the most impactful relationships that you have had platonically or even romantically with men has been painful, has been traumatic. You can't just put that behind you and move forward and then meet a man and know how to engage with that individual. Listen, here it is, pause for the cause, or vice versa. If you are a man and you have had poor relationship with your mother, your foster mother, your big mama, you have dated toxic, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You cannot just bypass that and then still want to be with the woman and think that those negative experiences are not going to show disappear. Up. Yeah, no. Because what happens is vicariously, we really start interacting with the person that we're with as if they are the person who hurt us if we don't address. So the reason why I said that.
Or another way to say that is you start seeing that person through the lens of the person that harmed you or hurt you.
So we got that whole dilemma, what we just unpacked.
Yes.
Or pre-packed. This is a lot in it. Yeah. Can you remember in your upbringing any adult examples of self-care? Surely.
Okay, any examples of self-care?
I don't want to say any.
I'm going to say yes.
All right, we got that hope tonight.
Right, I say it a little hesitantly, but yes. So my mom was a single parent, which I've said. She was married on and off several times. But I do remember like two things that my mom was going to do no matter what. She was going to get her nails done and she was going to get her hair done. So, and that wasn't always, but when she got to a stable place where she was like making enough, where we weren't like struggling so hard, that is what she did for herself. religiously. And for me to see that change or that shift from us barely having enough to survive to us having enough for her to do those things for herself was very encouraging for me. Because to me, it was like, okay, what I have lived so far doesn't have to be the end. It can change, it can improve, it can get better.
All right.
So initially she would do that for herself. As I got older, she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna start taking you. So she even taught me the importance of, okay, you're gonna have a hair appointment every 2 weeks. You better take care of this hair. You better wrap this hair, all those things. I'm going to take you to get your nails done, but if you're going to be chewing on your nails or messing up your nails, I'm not going to continue to do that. Like those things.
Anything beyond that?
Beyond that?
Hair, nails, and feet?
Yeah.
Nothing beyond that or anything beyond that?
No. That's why I said, yeah, kind of like.
Is she the only, any other examples of anyone who have impacted you that lived or modeled self-care?
I would say those were the only examples I saw growing up of self-care.
Now, when I say self-care, I just wrote this word down so I wouldn't forget it, this phrase. When I say the word self-care, I really see and hear love of self. Now, I got to say this, and then we're going to get into the three. KS said that the greatest commandment, or the how did he word it? He said that the greatest assumption,
right,
is love of self.
Regarding,
the greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself.
Right.
The greatest assumption is that you love yourself.
Right.
Jesus just assumed that there was a love of self already in the culture, inside of an individual. And from then till now, when I look at current culture, there is a low self-love, and it is taught against in the religious circles that I have came up in because it was associated with arrogance and pride.
Right.
So we're bringing this conversation up tonight because there are three areas that now let's ask this question. Okay. I think it bears framework and foundation for these 3 points.
Okay.
This is rhetorical unless you want to answer it. How do you see yourself? What do you think about you? What is your assessment of you?
So I love that question for several different reasons, and it's actually been a conversation that me and our daughter have had. She is a freshman this year, which is crazy that we're old enough to have a kid.
Man, what you say?
But as most people know, middle school is like a time of discovering who you are and what's going to shape who you are. Is it going to be your friends? Is it going to be you? And I remember saying to her, baby, you got to love yourself so that when you encounter others, they're not shaping who you are. You already know who you are. And I thought that was important for her to know because I never had anyone tell me that. And I'm like, man, that would have been so liberating to hear that in middle school. Like I look like people of this generation. But in my generation, I was like an anomaly, like high yellow, freckles, natural red hair. And my hair used to be like brighter red than what it is now. So people would always be like, are you mixed? And back then it wasn't normal to see like mixed kids. So it was kind of like, what's wrong with you? Like, why you look like that type thing?
Lick your freckles.
Right. It was kind of like, what's making you look different type thing. So for me, because I didn't have that affirmation at home, because I didn't have the encouragement to just be comfortable in my skin during middle school, I kind of I was involved in a lot of things, but I also was kind of in the backdrop, if that makes sense. So it was like I did enough things. So it was like, oh, they just assumed that I was a cool kid. But really internally, it was like, okay, did I check off all the boxes today? Did I, it was that all the time. So it's just an added level of stress. So something that I love about our daughter is just she is unapologetically who she is. Yes, and she is like a big personality, but we love that about her because I love that she is comfortable in her skin. Yeah. Who and what she is, her height, like everything about her. She's like, oh, baby. Yeah. I love me. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do.
I said, you are so, just before we cut the camera on, she walked in my room. And I said, you are so beautiful. She said, thank you. I know.
Mm-hmm. And she doesn't say it with arrogance. She just says it with confidence. So it's not like, oh, I think I'm better than you. You know, I look good. It's just, I know that I'm beautiful. And I know that I'm beautiful because I've been told that I'm beautiful multiple times. But also when I look in the mirror, I see beauty.
These are basic needs.
Yes.
If you did it, and many of us didn't,
right,
enough of it from the right, safe, like,
right.
So a lot of us are, and I want to back this up, because a lot of us are in relationships looking for that relationship to fill the deficit. Yeah. And the deficit started before you met that person who you met, and they can't get on top of you enough to fill that deficit. They can't cook enough for you. They can't fry fish enough for you. They can't put on lingerie enough. Yeah. That deficit, you are going to have to go within to get that deficit filled. Right. The creator is the one that can put that back together. Right. The relationship outside of you is an extension of the overflow of how you feel about yourself, how you treat yourself, because we sit down and talk to people and they are being abused. Just abusive relationships. Yeah. You've ever seen let's not even use no one we know, no one we've ever known. Right. Lifetime movies. I used to watch Lifetime with my mother, and I'm seeing the individual be beat on, be talked crazy to, and I'm not liking it. I'm saying, man, hell, like why don't he or she just get their shit and get out of there? Yeah. Not understanding that there's a wiring, and there's it goes deeper than just that relationship. Right. Yeah. So one of the mistakes that I want us to know that we have made and want other couples and individuals to avoid and to learn from, our mistake is that you can't fix me.
Yes.
And I can't fix you.
Right.
And we're not together. If the basis of the relationship, I wish I had a microphone in here, is based on you fixing me and me fixing you, we're going to live frustrated. Yes. Because the fix ain't on the outside of me. Yeah. The fix is on the inside of me. Yeah. Okay, that's my soapbox.
No, I think that's great because it is true. And I think even what you said is so important because as a woman, I can't tell you how many women I've talked to and they think that, okay, if I attach myself to you, you're going to fix every deficit in me. But not only that, they never communicate that to their partner. So then they have these like head-on collisions, for lack of a better word, with their mate, and they're wondering, why is it so much strain? Why is it so much friction? But it's because they have needs that are not being met, but they're unrealistic. Yep. Because it was never that person's job to heal or fix them or me.
So that's good. I just want to say what I said again. Let me say it without cussing, because I don't want you to miss what I said. I might need to cuss twice.
Say it again.
The fix. Yes. Like, we are going to all, at some point in our life, have to go in. Yes. Within. Yeah. I think it said, greater is he that is in you
than he that is in the world.
So, like, external relationships, we're wired for them. But self-love, like you can't sex me, you can't love me to complete healing.
Right, this is true.
If I have holes in my bucket,
Marvin Gaye said sexual healing.
I do walk with Marvin on this. I do.
But it's different. He's still not talking about what you're talking about.
Like if there are holes, on the inside of my identity. Yes. And I think that God sees me as a mess up. And I see me as a mess up. Ain't nothing you going to be able to do with however many pounds you weigh, 5'11", 5'10". You are a slab of meat. Yeah. with a brain and a vibe and energy and teeth in the mouth and feet, you're not going to be able to plug them holes up. If I don't one day receive the revelation that I am the beloved of God, that I am God's creation, that I am the imago Dei, that I was made in the image of God, then I don't have to demand dignity from you. If you don't want to give it to me, somebody else will. I can't hear nobody. And that doesn't have to be an argument. That doesn't have to be cussing, fighting, and screaming. I don't have to go through your phone. I don't have to question, is my good enough? I can simply say, this is what I need. This is what I'm asking you to do. And then at some point that it becomes harmful and I bring it to your attention and you say, I can't rock with that. I can in dignity. Not in fear that God is going to leave me, that my car is going to flip over. I can now decide how I engage in relationships without the fear of societies, whatever. I have made a decision to stay. Or I haven't made a decision to give it 90 days, 100 days, 360 days. But when I decide to leave, I'm clear. I can sleep at night. Ooh, okay. So number one, this is in regards to when individuals neglect themselves. We're going to deal with emotionally first. This conversation tonight is about self-care, self-love, and predominantly the neglect of self and the toll on the individual and the toll on the relationship.
The byproduct of neglecting self.
All right.
Okay.
Hit it.
Okay, so emotionally, these are the effects on marriages, but please know that it can also affect other relationships in similar ways. Okay, emotional disconnection between spouses. Okay, so if I don't take care of myself, then I'm not going to know how to take care of you. Right? Okay, pretty simple. Increased misunderstandings and arguments. I like that one a lot.
Okay, tie that in to emotional neglect. How does emotional neglect link to misunderstandings, self-emotional neglect?
Right.
How does it link?
If I am not doing self-evaluations of what I'm feeling or where I'm at, if I don't know how to locate myself, right, then it's going to be very hard for me to communicate that to my spouse, which means I may be sad, but when he asks me what's wrong, I might say, I'm frustrated. Well, those are two very different things. So now we have a misunderstanding because my countenance doesn't say that I'm frustrated. It says that I'm sad. So he continues to ask me what's going on, and then I become frustrated. But why am I frustrated? I'm not frustrated because he continues to ask me. I'm frustrated because I don't know how to articulate what it is that I'm feeling, because I'm not really in tune with myself in a way to know what I'm feeling, to be able to articulate it to someone else.
Now, if you don't know how to articulate it, I think that it's a base level. This is practicality. You should be able to say, if you are that person and you get hijacked by your emotions or you get locked in and can't articulate, you should at least be able to say, I'm feeling some stuff. I don't know all of what I'm feeling.
Right.
Let me come back in 24 hours, 48 hours with an answer. Let me sit down with my therapist, somebody that's trained, something to at least identify. I'm bugging, but I don't have the words. Let me sort through it. Before I say some that I might regret, that might tear some more stuff up, let me just take agency over my own body, my own mouth, and say, I'm tripping right now. I'm not the best person to have a conversation with. Back, give me 50 feet.
Something else that can be really helpful, because we went through a season where we did this. Look at an emotion wheel. We always want to say, oh, I'm angry. Oh, I'm sad. I'm happy. But there's so many more emotions that branch out from that you may be feeling, that you can connect to find out really what you're feeling. So that was like a huge tool for us, especially when I went through a season of a lot of loss. And he was walking through that with me. He'd be like, where you at? And I'd be like, I don't even know. I just, one of them days, I'm feeling crazy. He'd be like, hold on. And he would pull out an emotion wheel and say, okay, look at this. What are you feeling though right now? Which some people don't even know to do those things to really be able to show up and support their spouse through difficult seasons. But I was really thankful for it because it made me stop long enough to take a self-evaluation. Okay, wait, Britt, stop just living over what you're feeling and just be present with what you're feeling, and let's identify what you're feeling so we can try to move through that feeling instead of just trying to bypass it.
I have an example.
Yes.
Let me let you finish. We might only do one tonight. This is good. We might just do one tonight. Let's air this.
We'll see.
I have an example. Mm-hmm. This will be an example of an individual who has neglected themselves emotionally.
Okay.
That cannot really express what they're really trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if it's a couple, a man and a woman, mm-hmm. and the man is getting ready to go out with the fellas, and he's clean,
childish.
He got his jeans creased up, he got them Air Force Ones on, he got them one and dones on, and he fresh, he got some Dickies on maybe.
Really?
He got that Dubai cologne on, and he got his edge up his fresh, and he done got that cocoa butter on. And he ready to stun on him. Mm-hmm. He steps out of the room, and his significant other might say something like this: "Oh, you better not." What I say earlier? Don't get one of these hoes messed up. don't get a bee. Don't get a bee. Don't get a bee messed up. What is she saying?
So it's a toxic version of. You look good.
Yeah.
So don't be out here acting up because I already know people going to be attracted to you because I can see that you look good.
Now, if the individual, whoever, if it's male or female, mm-hmm. female, male, don't make no difference. Mm-hmm. What would be an emotionally intentional, what would be if someone who has not neglected themselves emotionally might say what? Saying he's fresh to death, head to toe. What would the other person that he's in relationship with say?
I'd be like, "Oh, baby, you look fine. I can't wait till you get back home to me."
All right. Now, that might make him or her want to have fun with the guys, the fellas, mm-hmm. and then bring their behind back because they know it's some good loving just as soon as I can. But if he or she or whoever is leaving out the door and you talking that boo on the way out the door, I'm not saying it's just justified.
Right.
I'm saying I got an attitude at home. So anyway, now I hear somebody saying this in the web. Well, did that person help the individual become insecure? We ain't getting into that. We ain't talking about that. You know, like if I cheated on you or you cheated on me when I was out and I came home and I had condoms in my pocket or something, I had a woman's lipstick on my neck.
Right. I mean, but that's different.
I just want to catch somebody. I just want to catch it straight. Okay, finish number one. Did you finish?
Emotional disconnection between spouses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be hard to connect with someone who doesn't know how to connect with themselves. That's really the simplest way that I know how to put that. If I can't connect with what I'm feeling personally, there's no way, and I don't care what anybody says, there is no way that I'm going to be able to connect to another person.
Can you just say that again real slow so we can get a timestamp on that one?
If I cannot connect with myself, I am not going to be able to connect with my spouse. So all the people that like to go numb, all the people that like to unplug whenever life kind of like throws you a curveball, you are going to struggle in relationships because your spouse is going to feel that. Like your spouse feels that disconnection. If they are really in the relationship, they're going to feel that disconnect. And they're going to be like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And you're going to be saying, oh, nothing, I'm fine, nothing, because you've numbed out. You've already disconnected from yourself. So you don't see a problem. You don't see an issue because you are unplugged. Mm-hmm. So the person who's not unplugged, who's aware of what they feel, and they seeing their spouse like in turmoil, they're like, what's going on?
And needs still, just because I'm frozen emotionally, inebriated emotionally, I'm in a trauma, I'm stuck.
Right.
doesn't mean that the kids don't need washing, the car don't need fixing, the roof don't need.
Responsibility is still waiting on you, whether you want to be
life on your head. Yeah. So the longer we get stuck,
the harder it is to recover, because then things are just stacking on each other. They're just compiling. Just one thing after the next.
So you might just need to run away out of town. You might need to pack some licorice lingerie. You might need to pack some whatever you need to pack. Did I say licorice? I ain't never seen them, but I'm sure it exists. Just pack some string and just put that string on in the room. If you ain't got no lingerie, just get you some yarn.
Well, let me say this too. Like, I do think vacations are great resets.
Yeah.
But for a person who's used to being numb, if you're still numb on that vacation, you've wasted time and money.
Well.
Like, if you go out of town...
You're trying to jumpstart you.
And turn a million tricks, but you still didn't plug back in, you wasted your time.
I wish I had two tries.
You wasted your energy.
Clear.
Okay?
We just trying to jumpstart you. We just trying to hit that spark.
I'm just like, no. Yeah. So if you are going to agree with your spouse that's trying to check on you, that you need a vacation, like, let it really be a vacation. Like, be intentional about that time so that you guys can try to come back and recover.
Or even if it's a staycation.
Right. You know what is so frustrating?
What's so frustrating?
To have a conversation, then to go on a vacation or do a staycation or unplug on purpose under the guise of, okay, let's fill each other's cups so we can show up for each other. But one person is just saying that they're going to do it and they default back to numbness. Mm-hmm. Then you be like, I wasted my time and my money. What? Now, you did that why?
Let me give you an example of a staycation, of a moment. Mm-hmm. It could be a date, etc.
Right.
In town, out of town, mm-hmm. picnic in your backyard.
Right.
A water balloon, whatever. Whatever you do to bring you joy. What it can do is it can be, if it invigorates both of you.
Yeah.
It can be used as an example for yourself to know, I still got life in me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not dead. Mm-hmm. I feel like a robot at home when these kids are running around daddy, mama. But when I get out, it's like a marker of, I still got the juice. Right. I still got the juice out here. I'm still me. I can still go 3 rounds if I need to. I still got it. Sometimes the pressures of, the normal routine can make you feel, man, I ain't got it no more. This horse this dog don't hunt no more. But when I get out there on that road, get you in that room.
Okay. All right, guys. All right.
I'm still here with Dorinda Clark's. I'm still here. It is by the grace.
I do think that it's very important to remember that you're a person. Yeah. You're more than just the titles you wear. That's I'm more than a nurse. I'm more than a mom. I'm more than a wife. Mm-hmm. More than a sibling. All of those things. I'm just me. And it's okay for me to check on me.
Come on.
And when you can do that with your partner, it's really beautiful. Like, when you can just unplug from all the titles and just let's just have a good time.
Because I know folk who unplug.
Listen.
Outside of their house. Ooh. And then be trying to plug in somewhere else because they got power somewhere where they wasn't supposed to get power at.
Well.
And Hezekiah Walker said the power belonged to God. We need power at home.
Okay.
You got electrical outlets at the crib.
It's like somebody who owns a Tesla, but they live in an apartment, so they might have to go to another location to charge up.
All right. Now, whoever gives you the charges with the loyalty. Now, and let me tell you, we petty tonight. So if I can't get no charge from you, we talking good tonight. If I can't get no charge from you, please believe it don't mean my battery don't need to be charged. There may be somebody across town, across the street, at the gym, at church, at the bar mitzvah, at the quinceañera, at the Hispanic snack spot. Somebody got the positive to my negative. And if we ever hook up, it don't even have to be it can be on accident. And you buzz by somebody who got that positive charge and you got that negative and you feel that, you better be careful. You listen to me, Smalls. It's people out here who got the charge.
Listen.
Who got the charge.
And don't take for granted what you have. thinking like, oh, ain't nobody else. Baby, please believe me. It's somebody out in this world that wish they had what you got. What you at home complaining about. It's somebody who over in the corner like, I wish, listen, what you calling a piece of man is a whole man to me, and I'll take care of him. I'll polish him up. I'll do all the things you saying you don't want to do. So
I think Joe wrote a song and decreed and declared, I want to do all of the things your man won't do. And a real player pimp, male or female, will watch, will observe. I see you coming to work every day without no lunch. I see you looking sad and clothes smelling like addict. My clothes smell like detergent when I go to work. So all the little ones be trying to sniff around me. Even if I forget my ring at home, if I worked out and left my ring in the car, they smell that detergent on your boy, and they already know. That's like a woman peeing on the tree. Oh that's God. A woman. That's a married woman.
That's how I mark my territory. Making sure his
I ain't even got to have my ring on, but when a little tenderoni get up on me, hey, Jonathan, and she. I smell that game, not that game, that Purcell and them scent balls. And
that's right.
Who do your laundry? I'm on bread. Yeah. I know you. I know no man right here putting no scent balls in the detergent, and I'll be pressed when I get to work. Listen, I'll be clean.
It's just love.
She gives me money.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got off subject, but we're on subject.
We are.
Emotional connectivity.
Right. It's important.
We gotta have
part of a relationship.
If you don't get it, we let's just ride here.
Okay.
If you don't get it, if you don't know you need it,
that part,
it can become deviant.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, I can't say who, y'all not ready for me to say who, but they made a statement that sin is a illegitimate response to a legitimate need.
You have to explain.
So that when a person is misbehaving, whatever your definition of misbehaving is, when they're misbehaving, when they're missing the mark, it has to be investigated. What is that person really communicating that they need? When babies cry, they either need changing, feeding, burping, they're teething, something is poking them, something is irritating. But the cry is the indicator that something is wrong.
Oh, and let me just add to that.
When you into what you gonna say?
That is the only way that baby knows how to communicate what it needs is to cry.
That's it.
So sometimes people's behavior, that's the only way they know how to communicate what's
Hold
going
my hand.
on. So you have to be willing to teach people or set healthy boundaries with people.
Or know how to hear, would you
what
say
they're
too?
Really saying. Yeah.
Hear your own cry.
Ooh.
Can we see? We got this park at one tonight.
Lord.
Everybody don't cry the same. So you may not have the vocabulary to articulate, I am at an emotional deficit, but just watch your behavior.
Right.
Like some men, some women get on the game and just close the door, burn that incense, put that cigar in their mouth, get some of that yak, and just zone out. But that really is a cry.
Oh, I got one.
Come on, give us.
Some people will just start sleeping.
Crying.
I'm so tired. I'm so worn out. You be like, you didn't even go to work today. Why are you tired?
Okay.
Like, what'd you do? Why are you exhausted? Hours. And I'm not saying if you got a medical condition, but I'm saying like if you went from having energy and engaging with your family and with your spouse and with your friends.
Now you're Eeyore.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh, girl, I'm so tired. Oh, it's been such a long day.
But let somebody cut you a fat check and you're going to find some energy.
Well.
I'm going to find some energy to go shop now. Well, whatever was on me is coming off while I'm swiping that card. Well, that's good. Well, so I said the game, distracting yourself. You said sleeping, avoidance.
Yeah, it's avoidance. Exactly.
Instead of, and I know we're speaking on this, but these are some real life situations where people, but I think it's just important that you understand what your cry is. Like, what do you do? What do you do when you're crying? Because everybody don't drop tears.
That's true.
Some people were taught that crying means that you are weaker, you're less than, etc. But
it can also show up as agitation.
Come on, hollering and screaming and
every
fussing,
little thing.
smoking yourself to death, gummying yourself to death. Anything, too much of anything can be a problem. Even if you are in grace, if you receive this grace, there is still a such thing as too much.
Gluttony.
You can drown yourself in water.
You can.
Somebody was giving an example the other day, and they said, if I drown in 3 feet of water, and they said, ho, 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 ho. If you drown in 3 feet of water, that you're trying to take your life. That's not. If you're 5 feet tall, was stand up. Okay, that's all.
That's all you had to do.
So, I was giving an angle. What do you do when you're crying? What's your cry look like? Some people get clingy. Some people get obsessive about where you're going. Some people get suspicious and their traumas come out and they start going through phones. And I saw in your phone. Right. Well, you saw whatever was in my phone because you was looking you was looking for
Y'all, can y'all please tell me in the comments, why do people do that? I really want to know.
Get you triggered with your soapbox.
I would like to know, like, why are you going through somebody else's phone?
You know my piece.
Well, okay, how about this? Why are you with someone that you feel like you need to go through their stuff because you don't trust them? That's wild.
Come on, get it out because I got one too.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's...
John has my password and doesn't go through my phone. I have his password and I don't go through his phone. I don't care what's in his phone.
No, she already know what's in it though. You don't go through it because you know what's in it.
That's not true. I don't even think to go through your phone. That's what I'm saying. If I thought I needed to go through your phone,
why am I with this man?
Yes, I'm gonna be questioning myself.
Watch this.
What?
Come on, let me add my piece. It's a good time for me to add my piece.
Go ahead.
We just gonna do one tonight. We got 2 more episodes to go after this.
Okay.
You emotionally. This is under the framework of being emotionally neglectful of yourself.
Yes.
Let's just go. Sometimes people don't go through phones. Sometimes people go through watches because the watches don't delete. I'm telling the tea. Watches don't delete the messages like the phone do. So if you delete a message in your phone, if you don't delete it in your watch, gotcha. So look. Or why you texting Pizza Hut? Why is there messages from Pizza Hut at 2 a.m.?
It is too much word.
Okay, no, don't stop. This is my part.
Who wants all
you
that?
do the investigating to find out what you want to find out, what you got a hunch on, what you find out, but you ain't ready to do nothing about it after you find out. The only thing you're going to do is get mad. The only thing you're going to do is get mad and withhold sex or withhold your money, whoever it is.
Okay, I have an emotional...
But you ain't get ready to go. You ain't ready to do nothing.
Okay.
What's the move?
So, exactly.
If you don't like
it... This is... If a woman kick you out and she throwing all your stuff over the balcony, she ain't done with you yet. But if she fold up all of your stuff neatly and set it outside of the door, be it resolved, the relationship is over because she is clear. And to me, that is a perfect example of emotional neglect. So if I have neglected myself in such a way that I feel like you are the answer to what is wrong with me, and then you act out of character or you stop playing the role that I didn't even tell you were assigned, then I am going to wild out. And you know why I'm going to wild out? Because I want you to play your role. And you're not playing your role, so now I'm about to have a temper tantrum in hopes that you're going to get back and do your role.
Sitting there looking like Elvis Presley.
But when somebody is connected to their emotions and they can look at a thing and say, this is toxic, this is not healthy for me, this is damaging me. Oh, baby, they folding up your clothes while they counting the costs. And they going to just slide it on out and probably send you a sweet little message. Thank you for the time that we've had together. I appreciate what you've done for me. However, this relationship is no longer serving me. So I have put all your items outside of the door for you to retrieve at your convenience. That is what a letter would sound like for me, personally.
Okay, we got to air that out. Hold on. Mary wrote a song that said, I cried my last tear. Yesterday.
I might even be crying while I am folding your items because grief is normal.
Right.
But baby, I still know you toxic and you're not good for me. So guess what? I got to get rid of you.
Okay, come on. We got to get some hope tonight. Let's give some more hope.
Well, we got to finish the effects. I got one more under emotion.
Okay. Yeah.
So another way emotionally neglecting yourself can affect your marriage is it decreases intimacy. And I know everybody going to be like, why we got to always talk about sex? Okay, intimacy is more than sex. So if that is your response, then you have limited yourself for a long time because you don't truly know what intimacy is, because it is way more than just sex. Number one. Okay. Number two, intimacy has to do with your closeness to that person. Like the thing that wants you to, that makes you want to be intimate with them is because you desire closeness with them. It's not just about, what do people say, bumping uglies? Is that?
Knocking boots.
Yeah. It's not just about, that is a beautiful part of it, but it is not just about that. Like, okay, you make me feel safe. So of course I want to make love to you because I feel safe with you. So I don't mind being vulnerable. I don't mind being naked because I feel safe with you. But without that safety, I'm not going to feel the same way.
Do you feel safe with yourself?
So when you don't feel safe with yourself, these are some... I'm about to be so petty.
Oh, God.
Just for a second, then I'm going to get off of it. When you don't feel safe with yourself, something you may struggle to do is like get naked in front of your partner.
All right.
Because you're not safe with yourself.
Want the lights on all the time.
No, you want them off. Do you know I have actually met patients that have been married double digits and they'll say, my spouse has never seen me naked. And I'd be flabbergasted. I'd be like, I got to pick my mouth up off the, what? How you married to somebody for over 30 years and they've never seen you naked?
I bet you they seen somebody else naked.
Multiple children, just all the things. So, okay, I digress. But to get back on subject, decreased intimacy is a huge blow to a romantic relationship because honestly, that's one of the key components to making it a romantic relationship. Is that closeness? Is that safety? Is that love? Is that intimacy? So I think that we just have to be careful with that because when someone is not connected to themselves emotionally and they kind of like go inward or go into a cave or go numb, I don't really think that people process through what effect that has on your spouse. So when you do decide to plug in, when you decide to show up again, they may not be ready to show up in that same way with you because now you've injured them or they've become a casualty of your self-neglect.
So when I hear you saying is that when I get ready to come out of my arrested development, that other person that I'm in relationship might not be at I'm ready to save the world because they may have gone a year, months with or turned off the expectation that this is done. I'm just waiting till the kids, whatever.
Or found someone else
right.
that will fulfill that
now,
need.
wait, let me
and
say,
it doesn't always mean like having an affair.
Let me give hope to that because like there has been time in our relationship where I encouraged her or she encouraged me to get the understanding, the outlet, conversation outlet that I was not giving her or that she was not giving me from our community.
Yes.
So that goes back to what we said earlier in regards to how are your interpersonal how are your friendships? How do you engage with people that are of the same sex as you?
Right.
Or opposite sex as you that are platonic relationships? Because again, your partner, your spouse cannot, will not, is not able to be your all in all.
Absolutely.
God is.
Absolutely.
My everything. So I think that this first starts within.
Yeah, absolutely.
With a self-assessment of how you believe the Creator sees you and how you believe how you see you.
Right.
Everything flows
from
within.
Yeah.
If you think that God sees you as broken, flawed, but if you I got dignity.
How you see yourself is normally how you're gonna assume that God sees you, and how you assume that others see you, even if they tell you otherwise. If that is your belief about yourself, that is all you're gonna hear. You know, a great example of that. Okay, say you compliment somebody 10 days in a row, and they're like, "Oh, thank you," and you say one negative thing about them and it shatters them because it latches onto their own belief system. So although you've complimented and encouraged and built them for the past 10 days, none of that matters now because you said one negative thing or one constructive criticism.
That constructive criticism is latched on because that can indicate that that negative is the louder voice on the inside. So I heard the compliments hit my eardrum, but what confirmed what I believed was the negative one. So that's why you said what you said. You can hear 10 positives, but we fixate on that one negative because it links to that plus and that minus. It links to the louder theme on the inside of us.
Our internal
so when you're always chasing haters and Craig's daddy said, you're behind in this house. You always got some shit going on. What he was telling him is you always in something. Every Friday, you always got some drama. And so it is not the people that are on the outside. Like it's a whole lot going on in the world. My world is peaceful. I'm talking about my relationships. I don't keep no riffraff around me. I don't keep no trash. I give my time to people who know what I am, how I am, and vice versa. And if there's a misunderstanding, it can be corrected. There's a benefit of the doubt. But when you keep a whole bunch that's what Craig's daddy was saying, man, get your behind in this house and stay in here because you're not developed enough to be around here in my house and grown and need $200 and just got fired and don't have a job. You need to be catching dogs.
Doing something.
Because you're smoking weed on my porch. You got your friends shooting up my spot. And you're creating problems. Either stay in the house or get your behind out of the house. But today, we'll get you a job. This is Friday. I don't even like dogs. Why not?
He loves the movie Friday, y'all.
That's a standard.
Shameless plug.
We could just start it. Any more?
No, those are the ones for emotional.
So I'm going to give you the 2 next ones, and we'll do maybe next episode. We'll hit both of these. We got this good tonight. Number 2 is when an individual neglects themselves mentally. So we deal with emotionally. There's a mental neglect, and then there's a physical neglect. Now I gotta say this. I know.
Physical.
I'm gonna let you have physical. So now this is a comedic relief about the physical.
Here he goes.
I'm gonna give you a Dr. Laura example. Marcus, keep my notes. I'm gonna give you a Dr.
I don't think we ever plugged Dr. Laura before. Woo!
Yeah, Dr. Laura come with it. Dr. Laura Schlesinger. I don't know how you say it.
Schlesinger. Dr. Laura Schlesinger. She got books.
So
and a podcast.
A woman calls in. Laura. She was on my XM. Okay, I gotta say this real quick because you're gonna get rowdy. Woman calls in and says, my husband is not intimate with me. And I don't mean to beat up. I got 2 examples. Well, these are both, I guess, anyway. So listen.
But Laura speaks to women because she's a woman.
All right.
So that is her viewpoint,
Now, this goes both ways.
Yeah.
Long story short, the woman calls in complaining. The wife calls in complaining. He doesn't touch me, da-da-da-da. So Laura starts asking the right questions.
Yes.
How tall are you? How much do you weigh? So I weigh. She said, I weigh this. She says, what weight were you when you got married to him? Well, I was, 100 pounds, 150 pounds smaller. I'm going there too. She said, Laura said, you're fat.
Oh, God.
You're over.
She is very abrupt.
She said, you are clinically, by definition, culturally, she took into consideration the culture and her height and all of that. You are obese. This ain't fat shit. This is just the facts. So she said, well, I had 2 babies. And I'm just telling you what Laura said. Email Laura. She said he did not marry a woman of that size. Now, I understand love, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But what Laura was getting at with this woman is that you have physically neglected yourself, and it is showing up in the relationship, and your husband has gotten wind that you don't care for yourself.
Right.
And it is oozing out of your pores, and it's showing up in your body. You've got to do something about it.
Right. But what she's really wanting is her husband to affirm her by touching or making love to her so she can justify being in that condition instead of doing work to change it.
And we got to learn, and we can get involved with each other. Touch on you in the gym.
Right.
Touch on you with a diet change. I can help. I can assist. Whoever is the one whose back is getting out of hand. Now, some people's back get out of hand and they don't stop.
Right.
The love making.
Yeah.
Sometimes both of us get big at the same time.
Yeah.
Sometimes a person get with somebody and that's, I like you with more weight on you. Like, come on, keep it up. So, different strokes for different folks. So there was another couple that the wife started to gain weight, and the husband made a comment on it. I think you putting on the pounds. This individual didn't need this individual to call Dr. Laura and say, I'm going to tell you straight up, you're kind of getting heavy. I want to check on what's going on. There you go. So you want to sing a song tonight.
I got so heavy on
He
me.
says, we need to do something about what do you need me to do to help you get this weight, because I didn't get with you. And you're leaning over, you stand on the side of your shoes, like there's some signs going on, like you falling apart. We are in the car with this couple. Let me tell you how bad I laughed. She says to him, "You fat?" And I was like, oh, she got her. He on the ropes. He responds immediately, "I was fat when you met me." When we first locked eyes and said I do, I stood in my tux, a fat man. You knew from day one, you get me and all of this fatness. But you just see it. When I met you was tight, you had on them curves, you was woo, 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 and you the one that changed up. I didn't change up. You changed up. It was you that chose your dude.
Oh,
you built the maze you couldn't get. You changed it. Now, things have changed. People evolve. But I thought that I had to pull the car over because I laughed myself into a full cough. I coughed.
And if something gets really, really, really funny to him, he starts coughing like he's going to have an asthma attack. But he's not, y'all. It's just laughter.
My grip.
Right.
I think my glasses fogged. I was in a...
Well, because what I think is being communicated, this kind of missed by the abruptness of that truth, is you had an opportunity when you got with me to say that my weight was a problem, and you didn't.
I don't like
you
big
still
boys.
loved me, you still married me, and never mentioned it. But now that I am meeting you with the level of truth that you're not ready to receive, you think by bringing up my size is going to neglect what is still true about you. The
I'm
truth
fat.
is still the truth.
Both his friend. I said, "Man, you sure you want?" He said, "I can't do two fat people. Like that ain't. I." Both of us can't be. It's not room. Remember on the westerns,
I'm not about to do this with you.
the two criminals would come up to each other, and this town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Yeah.
This house ain't big enough for two fat people.
Well,
So I'm just saying that this was this individual couple's dilemma.
we love all people, okay? Yo, we're not trying
Marcus,
to
don't use a
shame
short on this one. I don't want to go blow the
anybody.
internet up. But I stand on it. I ain't going to take it back. Ain't nobody going to do nothing about it.
Fall in love with the truth about yourself. And if you are emotionally secure, it'll be easy for you to do that.
I love that.
If I know the truth about myself, somebody else bringing it up ain't going to be offensive. Just bottom line.
True. What is it, true?
Somebody can be like, "Oh, you got freckles on your face." I do. And I got them on my hands and my arms and all over my body. Like, they're not telling me something I don't already know. So it's not offensive. "Oh, you tall." You right. I am tall. Surprisingly enough, in my family of origin, I'm not that tall, though. I'm tall to you because you come from a family of little people.
And I think that when we have been affirmed.
I mean, to me, like, I used to be amazed by people that were shorter than me because I was around so many tall people. So I get it. Like, it's something like, oh, wow, I haven't seen a woman that tall. That's totally fine. It's not offensive. But if I was insecure, I would start trying to shrink down. I would think that I couldn't wear heels. I would try to do everything in my power to try to be smaller. But I'm like, I love my height. Because it's the way God made me. He wanted me to stand out with my high yellow, freckled, red hair, tall self.
And one of the things that family was supposed to and is supposed to do is to affirm
who and what you are.
Our uniqueness.
Yes.
Our parents, it was the intent of God that our parents speak into what we would be.
Right.
Who we are, our qualities, and affirm our beauty, our stature. And like you said, like, if my dad is tall and I grew up to be tall, and the image that I have of my dad is positive because he is a source of love and acceptance to me, I'm going to want to be like my dad. And he also shows me that I can move out here and be tall and still do my thing. Or if I'm short or whatever. Yes. So I think that what we're discussing tonight just goes back to show that there are just some fundamentals that we did not receive before leaving the home. Yeah. And we're having to play double time, it seems like, because we're having to do work in the maintenance on the relationships that we're in. And we're also having to do and go back and do some foundational work
for ourselves
while raising kids. While having, so we understand, we get it, that this can be a lot if you don't eat this elephant one bite at a time. So we don't advise that you take everything from every episode and try to implement it in your relationship. You're listening to 18 years of
which sounds crazy.
Marriage. That sounds crazy, bro. 18 years of fighting, of counsel, of therapy, of trips,
trial
of
and error,
separation, of hurt, injury, trauma. All of that is in this. And so I want those who watch these episodes and who subscribe to our channel, who rock with us, just to know yours may not look like this.
Right.
Yours may look completely different, but just take the principle. You may not do a podcast, and that is not the sign that you and that other person are doing well. It may just be the fact that you two have an understanding. Yeah. You may not, go on trips and take pictures together and ball out, but it simply may be if we can just bring individuals and or couples to a place with information to know I have an understanding. Yeah. I got an understanding that this is what I am in my areas that I'm hurting, in the areas that I need to grow in. Right. But I got an understanding so that when you meet somebody, you don't have to shrink. That's what you said earlier.
Brene Brown says, when you walk into a room, you should not shrink and you should not puff up. Just be present. Just be you. You, that's enough. So I don't have to go in a room and act like, oh, I know everything. And I also don't have to go in a room and try to find the closest corner to like blend into. I can just be me, and that is enough.
Fully seen. Yep. Fully loved.
Yes.
That first starts with you and the Creator. Yeah. And then those who you surround themselves with you and those who you surround yourselves with. Once that is intact, you can start to decide, I want to be around this person. Right. I see God in them. I see love in them. Yeah. So that's how you grow your ecosystem. So the people who I rock with, Marcus, and those who are around us and those who we are around, we've been rocking long enough where they just know they get it. We get them. That's community.
And we accept them and they accept us. We're not trying to make nobody be a cookie cutter.
Because I'm going to cuss.
Version of us.
I'm going to cuss on this couch and I ain't going to edit it.
Okay.
Because.
And I ain't going to edit it.
Marcus, hold me down. We not going to edit it. If I say something that is profanity, I want you to ask yourself, have you said anything about genocide in Gaza?
Ooh.
If you are more concerned with my profanity, but you're quiet on homelessness and injustice, if you ain't donated, no. So I'm saying, if you're not doing something about public issues of public morality, I don't understand why people build a soapbox around issues of personal morality. Now, you got movies, you got music. Okay, let me ask you this. I'm off my soapbox. We're going to end the live. We're going to end this. So if you got music in your phone that has, if you have music on your iTunes or your Spotify, what's another, your SoundCloud.
Oh, Pandora.
Your Pandora playlist that has profanity in it, that has cussing in it. If you've ever been to a movie and it wasn't rated G, or PG, and you paid to watch the movie and you downloaded it. You know the lyrics and the lines to the movies.
You got the DVD.
Get off my back, Jack, and go down to your homeless shelter and volunteer with all that energy. I'm going to cuss on the live when I feel it. Now, if I come to a public space, I know how to edit myself. It's not an addiction, but I want to say it right how I think it needs to be said.
Yeah.
And this is an example of what you just said. I'm not shrinking. I am done. This is my little personal week edit. I'm done editing myself.
Good.
Because I have received enough love of the Father and enough love from those who are around me.
Something right
that
there.
I am sure within myself. And I don't need to check in my liberation with anybody. So I might say hell.
So this is my last point. And
Say
it goes with what you just said.
That's it.
When we emotionally neglect self, it is hard for us to be affirmed and receive the love of the Father. It's next to impossible.
Say it again.
When we emotionally neglect self, it is going to be hard, almost impossible, to receive just the pure love of the Father without having to add like some type of harshness or damnation, just to receive the pure love of the Father. Like sometimes I think we say things and we really don't get the gravity of what it means. Jesus said to Nicodemus at night, "For God so loved the world." That was before any of us were born, that he gave his only begotten son. So that means before I came into this earth, him knowing who and what I would be, my creator said, "But you're still worth dying for." That alone, if you allow that to really penetrate you, should birth a level of self-love that nobody can ever take from you.
Well, self-love.
Self-love.
So tonight,
if God loved me and he died for me, why would I not love myself? I'm just saying, I'm worth loving.
Don't he know how many hairs, how many braids?
Every hair.
How many 2-strand twists you got?
Listen.
What you say?
People shed up to 50 hairs a day.
Oh, really?
And he's still keeping track of it, baby. I'm just saying.
Come on now. I right here. Me and Mark start touching our hair. This was good tonight. You know something.
Oh, do I?
You done been through something.
Listen,
this you can't have this kind of episode. You ain't haven't lived through nothing. I didn't live through some
experiences, absolutely.
Yeah,
and hopefully helping someone not have to live through some of my lived experiences.
So you don't have to neglect yourself.
Right.
It's not a sign of. There's no award that they're handing. I've never seen in a public award ceremony of who can neglect themselves.
And the most humble person of the year goes to
no. They not passing out promotions.
Right.
Now, if you're neglecting yourself and you're working overtime, and they just gonna give you more work.
That part.
But
if you love yourself,
okay,
and you see that they trying to work you more, you know to request what you are due.
More pay, more money, more money, more money, more
I ain't seen that
money.
movie in so long. I need to watch it. That's funny.
So we hope that something that we said pricked you.
Yeah.
All responses, as long as you spell the name of the podcast right, it's all welcome. It's all good. As long as you comment. All All comments are welcome.
And if you guys have questions about anything we talked about today, drop down the comment. We'll respond. Or I should say he'll respond.
Or Marcus.
Or somebody will ask me and I'll respond. So if you have a question for me specifically, please post it because I will get you an answer.
Right, you heard it.
Yes.
Get her. So one thing we got to say before we end every episode: marriage is for
grown folks.
Better know it.